I'm praying for you. I'm thinking about you. What do you want me to do? Doesn't matter what you do with it. Go get something to eat. Go fill the car up with gas, because I know you got to ride to chemo and radiation. The tough part about battling cancer is it's not something that you can go just get surgery for and recover and it's gone. It's a treatment that takes months and sometimes years. And it requires you to continue to work and take care of your family, but sometimes you're going to miss work. Sometimes you're going to be in chemo and you're too sick to go to work, and you're not going to get paid that day. 100% of the money that we raise from Outlive t-shirt sales or gifts that come into Outlive, 100% go to patients. These 9 agencies are the agencies that we work with to deliver these contributions to patients. Russell Medical Foundation in Alexander City, Alabama. Smile a Mile, Camp Smile a Mile in Birmingham, Alabama. Coosa Valley Medical Center up in Coosa Valley, Alabama, that region. Children's Hospital of Alabama in Birmingham. The East Alabama Medical Center right here in Opelika. Joy to Life, a great ministry in Montgomery, Alabama. 18 Ministries in Hope Team, Alabama. Cancer Wellness Foundation in Montgomery, Alabama. And the Russell Hill Foundation in Huntsville, Alabama. So you can see we've kind of got the state covered. The more we raise, the more we can give. So the immediate request right now is Wednesday night we play Missouri. We need our fans to buy the t-shirts on Wednesday night and come back and wear them on Saturday when we play Alabama for our Outlive game. We're also going to be having at the Outlive game an opportunity for people to get a card. And on that card, as part of Outlive, they're going to get a chance to write the name of a survivor or write the name of somebody they want to honor in memory, somebody that meant something to them. And we're going to honor that individual that night, and hopefully we'll have 6,000, 7,000 people with a card honoring cancer survivors and battlers and heroes. And I hope that's going to be a very, very special moment. And everybody can take that card back with them again, just as a reminder to have the best way to outlive cancer is to detect it early. So that's kind of the things that we've got in place, and anything that you guys can do to continue to spread the word about what we're trying to get done would be greatly appreciated. Missouri is really good defensively. Statistically, they're like second or third best defense in the league. They only allowed 67 points a game. They've out-rebounded 14 of their 18 opponents, and they're by percentage the league's best three-point shooting team. They really shoot the three well. They've got Tillman and Puryear on the inside, and then they put 3 shooters around them, 3 or 4 shooters around them on the outside. The kid Smith is by percentage again the best three-point shooter in the league. And Jordan Geist is a guy, we've played against him for years, and he's having a great year. Doubled his output offensively and really shooting the ball really well. And you got to really, you got a game plan, for him. The biggest thing that is ailing us is our defense. We statistically rank near the top of our league offensively. Nationally, we're in the top 15 to 20 in most offensive categories that matter. You score 80 points a game, you should win. The way to overcome our defensive deficiencies are team-related. The individual defensive deficiencies are what they are. Those don't change overnight. And there are factors why they exist. How you overcome them is with the other 4 guys on the floor and what they do to put themselves in position to be able to assist a defensive weakness or a breakdown. And that's what we're not doing. That's what we're not engaged in doing. And particularly, showed up late in the game against Mississippi State. I mean, it's tied at 70, and it was a very close game throughout the second half. And at that point forward, we just could not get a stop. I mean, they literally scored 11 or 12 out of the last 15 possessions. And you can't win a game in that situation. We understand it. We get it. We had a very good practice yesterday working on it. And If we're able to fix it, we'll get back to winning. If we're not, then losing will continue. That's as simple as that.
How do you fix it?
Well, I mean, obviously, I think it's team-wise. It's the other four guys on the floor, and paying attention to where they need to be off the ball. I think it's a lot of because on the ball, it is what it is, but we can do a better job off the ball. And so, without getting into the game plan specific, I think that's where it needs to be fixed. And I think a lot of times you think you can win games by making plays, and when you think of making plays, you think you're making plays offensively, making a shot, making a pass, whatever. Making plays means taking a charge, or getting a rebound, or a 50-50 ball, or being in the right spot at the right time to help a teammate. And that's where we have lacked.
Would you consider Malik Dunbar as a starter? Is that possible?
I don't think there's anything wrong with our lineups. I don't think it's personnel driven. I don't think it's changing starters or coming off the bench. And I would consider all 9 guys that are in the rotation, for either starting or coming off the bench. I do think that when it relates to who starts, oftentimes those positions are earned over a long period of time. I don't like to change my starting lineup very often because I don't want the guys looking over their shoulders. And that doesn't relate specifically to any one person that I might consider. It's not an answer to your question. That's just how I would view, substitution. I thought we started the second half very well against Mississippi State. We didn't start the game well. Mississippi State early in that game made a ton of really tough shots. There was good defense, better offense. In the second half, I felt like we could have done a better job of being disruptive. I think the other thing too is you come off the South Carolina game where we had 9 fouls called in the first 6 minutes, and we were in deep foul trouble. And no matter what you tell the guys, it's a new game. They worry about foul trouble. They do, and so. I think as a result of that, we weren't as engaged or as physical. We got to be engaged and physical and defend without fouling. And just because in one game they called 9 fouls in 6 minutes doesn't mean the next game you stop defending.
What's the mentality of the middle state in this game? Obviously, a lot of times we get things turned around.
Well, I think that the framework is the locker room right now is really good, but this is obviously a pivotal week for us. Step back, if you will, and I told the team this. We're 13-6, ranked 26 in the country. Step back from everything else. We're 13-6. We're 13-6 or 13-5. And we're ranked 26 in the country. And our net is 25. That's where we are right now. We play Missouri on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give them the confidence. There's a lot of teams in the country that would trade places with us right now at 13-6 and 25th in the country.
Is there anything you put your finger on about the turnovers?
Well, our point guards were I think going too fast, and we had I think we had 13 turnovers at the position. If I'm correct, 7 and it was 10. All right, so what is it? What was it? 6 and 4. That's a lot, and so it's not typical. That's not typical. But ultimately, the point guards have got to set us in the offense and take care of the basketball. We got to do a better job with that. And yeah, the turnovers were a factor in our last loss.
How is Austin progressing, and is there a possibility to play against Alabama?
He won't play against Missouri. I think for Alabama, he's getting closer. We're not trying to rush it. We won't play him until he's ready. But as we said, this is now we're in the second week of what we thought was going to be a couple of weeks. So a couple's 2 or 3. So we're in the middle of that second week. But I don't think he'll play. He will not play against Missouri. Okay. Thanks, guys.